So I've been taking this camera everywhere with me because of one thing. It's because of its 360-degree capabilities. This is the Insta360 X5, and I took it on my travels to Scotland and the Highlands. I took it to England, to Sicily, and even around the Algarve. I had this camera for several months now, and I want to share with you guys my experience with this camera and share with you guys some of my use cases. I want to thank Insta360 for providing me with a unit to make this review possible. Off the bat, you're going to see a familiar setup with the build. If you are used to 360 cameras from Insta360, it's going to be the same. It's built the same as the X4. I forgot what the X4 looks like. This one feels the same. I think there's a slight change. I think the screen is a little bit bigger than the previous model. But other than that, it feels and handles the same if you guys are used to, the X series cameras. So if you ever use the 360 cameras from Insta360, you have two cameras, one in the front and one in the back, and together they form like a 360-degree view, and which you can, view in post and move it around and edit your frame. And the side of the camera where they house the batteries, it's really big, as you can see right here. And this is a huge battery, by the way, and we're going to talk more about the battery life later in this video. And this is the same place where you're going to put your SD card as well. For me, I am using, I don't know if you guys can see this because it's freaking tiny. This is like so freaking tiny. I don't know if you guys can see that. This is the Insta360 micro SD card, and I got the 256 gig version, which is a lot of memory. However, this works so well for me because I've never actually had to filled up this camera before, and I shoot a lot of 8K footage, and I was able to film 8K with no issues at all. It didn't lag, it didn't stutter, and it helped film longer sessions for me as well. What I like about this camera is what it does. It does make some unique looking footages. So in order to do this, you have to use the Insta360 Studio app and use keyframes and change your frame around. I can go and do a tiny planet effect, and this is one of my favorite ones to do because it's just really fun. It just makes your footage look really fun and exciting. It's totally different from what I'm used to. Or I can just do a regular view, like what you see in other action cameras before, like an ultra wide view, and this will get rid of that tiny planet look and give you more of a normal look to your video if you don't want to do anything that outrageous. So there's lots to do within the Insta360 Studio app, and I highly recommend you guys train yourself on how to use this app because it will help you out with your 360 videos as well. Without it, you won't be able to view your footage at all. Now, if you guys don't want to use the Insta360 Studio app, you can also download it for your smartphone. I think the smartphone version is more user friendly. So for anyone that's, may be overwhelmed by video editing, there are certain templates that Insta360 provide for you guys. And, they just make the editing process more fun for you. And they have AI softwares in there that can grab the best part of the clips for you so that they can put things together. So that is one avenue you guys can go if you guys want to edit your 360 footage. Now, when it comes to the battery life, I gotta say this has some crazy battery life. I was shooting 8K 30 for about 20 minutes in crazy hot weather outside here in the Algarve, and it only took a quarter of the battery. Which is pretty impressive if you ask me. I've never had to use my second battery that I have for backup because I would go out for the day and just walk around town being a tourist, and I'll film clips here and there. It's not like I'm being conservative with my usage. I do film a lot when I'm out, traveling. And I never had to use my second spare battery, which is freaking nuts. Another thing that I like about this camera is that it has quick charging. So I believe that it can go from 0 to 80 in about 20 minutes. And I think and then an extra 100%, it takes another 20 minutes to get to. So the battery life on this camera is freaking insane. I love it. When it comes to photo quality, this camera can take some interesting 360 photos. I like getting like unique shots with this as well. I enjoy this a lot, and it does have like 72 megapixel. So lots of megapixels to play around with. And again, I think this is why this camera is just like pretty fun. It's an interesting way to capture life. Here's a shot of me in Scotland with, you know, my wife and her friends and their child. And it was just us just, you know, just fucking around. And I thought it would be interesting to see what we look like in a 360 camera. So again, just fun vibes all around, nothing too serious. Now, when it comes to video quality, I think the video quality on this camera is great as well. I believe that there's a new sensor in this. So a bigger sensor captures greater detail, and with that comes better low light performance as well. And I have to say that when it comes to like when you have ample amount of lighting, I think this camera does a great job at like capturing the scene, recording the scene, especially with its adaptive tone. Oh, when it comes to audio on this camera, I also like the audio a lot. I think it picks up a lot. When I was recording myself and, you know, recording my friend's kid, you can see how much sound is being picked up without having like any external mic on me.
Hold it. You can hold it. Want to hold it? Yeah, hold it with 2 hands. And then try to get close if you can. Push. Use your hands like this. There we go. And then go side to side like this.
Okay.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. Slower though. Slower. Okay, wait. 3, 2, 1. Oh, that's amazing. Can you do like a full circle like this? Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. Good job. Wow, you should be a movie director.
Yeah, I should.
However, if you're looking for more and if you're looking for better sounding audio, Insta360 does have a wireless microphone as well. It connects to cameras like the Ace Pro 2 and as well as the X5, and I think it does a really good job at picking up what everybody is saying. You let me know. You let me know if you can hear me all the way up there, because I'm speaking really low. I have the Insta360 Mic Air connected onto this phone, and that mic is attached to a magnet, and that magnet is attached to my chest. So let me know if you can hear me. Another thing I like about this camera is its new processing AI chip. According to Insta360, this allows for 5.7K up to 60p recording with active HDR. I film mostly in 8K because I want the most resolution as possible, so that when I change the format from like 16:9, I like to like 9:16, I can get social media content as well and get those vertical shots. It will still look sharp and crispy because of that 8K. Obviously, you're not using the entire 8K, but it's enough for social media to get some nice crispy looking footage. Now, when it comes to getting unique shots, I also use like the extended selfie stick, which goes up about 3 meters. And with this, I can mimic drone shot, which is pretty cool. Here I was walking around town with it, trying to get some drone POV as well. Now, if you want a little bit more control over your shots and you want to use the 180-degree shutter angle, you find that, you know, using this camera as is not enough. There are times where I put Insta360, the X5 on auto settings because I'll just not care about it, because this is one of those cameras that I try not to care about. But there are times where I think that the footage does look too choppy because I let Insta360 handle all the shutter speed, the ISO, and so on. This is where Insta360 does provide you with some ND filters. Now, since it's always bright and sunny here in the south of Portugal, I'm usually using the ND64 filters on. And it's easy to mount on the camera. Just mount it and twist, and you wait to hear the thing click. By doing so, you will get that 180-degree shutter angle, and you will get that cinematic motion blur that you're looking for. So what this allows me to do is lower my shutter speed to 1/50th or 1/60th of a second, depending on the frame rate that I shoot at. And I'm able to get that smooth cinematic motion blur that you always see in, like, you know, Hollywood films and that. This just makes your video look a little bit more smooth, and it doesn't look as choppy and robotic. So it just comes with it just looks more, it just has a more natural feel to it. So when it comes to the lens itself, if you are thinking, knock on wood, like if you're ever thinking of like dropping your camera, or the lens just comes undone or it cracks for whatever reason, Insta360s have got you covered. They now have replacement lens for you. This wasn't an option last year for last year's models. So that alone should tell you that if you're thinking about using this lens in some extreme conditions, just get the X5 so that you can get a replacement lens for like 30 bucks. They show you how easy it is to install, and this has been like all over Insta360's marketing campaign when this camera was about to get launched. You probably see all the YouTubers out there online, like, you know, just breaking the lens and stuff like that. I think this is a solid idea because you don't want to like keep sending in your camera every time it breaks. By having this done by yourself, it eliminates the wait time. So what do I use this camera for personally? I use it to film my lifts, film my gym sessions. I love this camera for that particular reason. The 360 recording really does help me out because I can just get more than one shot. I really like this, and the mic does pick up my voice really well at the gym. I also train during the evening, and sometimes I would turn on the pure video mode. And for all those that don't know, pure video mode is Insta360's low light video mode, and because of its new AI processing chip inside, the processor is actually cleaning up any noise that is in your footage, providing you with some usable footage at nighttime, which is pretty insane. So this is one of the reasons why I use this camera to film my training session. I also use this camera for traveling as well. This past summer, I went to the UK. I went to like England, then at Scotland. Then I had loads of fun just bringing this around like foreign places. You know that in Scotland, the Highlands especially can be very wet, and we were met with a rain a few times, especially during our hike. We hiked to the old man's store, and it was like raining a lot. And even though it was raining, I still had the camera out because this camera is waterproof. And I felt confident enough to use it out in the wet, raining conditions. It was really cool because I traveled around everywhere in the UK, and I had a lot of footage that I can just go back and watch and just look fondly of and feel good that I traveled to these places, and it looked like such an amazing trip just going to these places. I also took it to Sicily as well, and again, I just thought, Roman architecture, we should bring this out a few times and just record the environment. And that's what I did here, and I just loved the footage that I got. It was nice, clean, and sharp. The only problem that I do have with this camera is there are lens flare that you can get when light shines directly into the lens. If you can somehow angle it differently, the flare is not so apparent. But for whatever reason, a couple days ago, directly straight, and I was met with some flares. And again, just be mindful of this, and you'll be all right. So, is there anything that I don't like about this camera? There is. It's just the editing part and like the culling of it. Trying to find angles that work, because after you finish recording it, you got to actually edit it and add in keyframes, and you got to use your brain to see which shot you like, which angle you like, and this could be so time consuming. This process can get very daunting, and it could get very time consuming if you guys don't know the software. So again, like I said, if you guys want more of like a noob friendly editing software, download the Insta360 phone app, for your smartphone, instead of using the 360 Studio app on your desktop. I feel there's just a lot more features that beginners can use on their phone instead of the Studio app. So would I recommend this camera to people? Absolutely, yes. It can film 360 videos, and when you go out and film the world, you just have like so much possibilities, endless possibilities. That is waiting for you, waiting for your creativity to just unlock it. So if you guys are are a creative person, you guys see like different angles and stuff, and you guys want to try something different, try the Insta360 X5. It's so much fun. You can do so much more with it if you're creative, or unless you're like me and you just use it to film your travels, your gym session. It has everything that I need. A BTS camera for my social media. It can film great videos. It has a good mic, and it can film in low light with its pure video. It's also small, lightweight, making it very travel friendly. If you are interested in this camera, I'll leave the links down in the description below. But what are your thoughts on the Insta360 X5? Do you guys have one? Let me know your thoughts down in the description, in the comments section below. And if you found this video helpful in any way, consider subscribing to my channel. It does help out the channel a lot. It also helps push this video out there, and it allows the algorithm to do its thing and get more eyeballs onto my channel and my videos. That is it for me, guys. Thanks so much.